Alright, so I'll do a quick showcase today. This is my Proxima Corp TerraLift, and it is a utility rover of clangy design, I guess. It's quite the thing. It is a skid lift, a forklift, and a crane all in one, and it is a small grid, small package. And it's accomplishing all these things in a myriad of different ways, but as you can see here, we've got a skid lift, which I can operate independently if I want, or simultaneously, and most of this is all programmed up with the park script. But there is some timer blocks involved. In addition to that, we've got our forklift, which we can deploy, and usually we should remember to put our park brake on, but I didn't. But yeah, you can see there's the forklift, which we can undeploy, and the other one is on the third hotbar, which is our crane, which we can deploy with this button, and that'll put up the gantry. And then, so now that the gantry is up, we can enable the park script, which we have a vertical adjustment here. And if we bring this up so it clears the forks on the forklift, we have a rotor, so we can spinny. And then in addition to that, we have X and a Y axis, which allows us to move the gantry's platform thingy forward. And on that gantry, we have a few things. Let's disable this. We've got 5 to enable this, which we've got a little rotor here with a mag pad on it if we just want to pick something simple up. We've got the 2 connectors and a projector should I want to project something and build something off the crane boom, which is nice for attachments we'll see in a minute. And then we've also got this little arm, tiny little itty bitty arm for doing various things that you might want to do. And that's kind of the main things this thing does. Oh, I guess it also has this axis. It's a little bit janky to use this as an axis for the crane, but you can tilt the whole gantry if you want. That's usually just used for lifting, but we'll just center this thing up best we can, set her back down, and disable our park script and set that back in for storage. But yeah, as you can see, this thing is pretty nice. It's not super duper fast. I've got it limited to about 15 kilometers an hour, or 15 meters per second. When you go higher than that, you can sometimes go a little bit airborne, and because of the suspension setup being airborne, not the greatest. But as you can see here, this is the full tilt turn with no gyro assistance, and I'm doing a pretty tight turn. If I start using my gyro a little bit, I can tighten that up a bit, but I've only got 1 gyro in this. Yeah, it's pretty weak on gyro power. See the wheels, and it's 3x3 on the edges, and then a 1x1 line down the center, which is the steering axis. Kind of see that here. Boop boop. That's how it steers, as well as it gets some propulsion from those wheels, so it can drive on a 1 block path. Like 1 large block, we'll put, yeah, 1 large block. It'll drive on this. But yeah, this is the Proxima Corp TerraLift. And this is out on the workshop right now. Link is in the description. It's a pretty cool little craft. there's a lot of function in it and more function coming. It's kind of a spiritual successor to my blue pill, which is also on the workshop. This is a craft that I really, really love how it looks, and it's capable of some more things than that and some less things than that. But it's a little janky to drive, honestly. It's a little janky to drive, but it's a cool one. That's a blue pill. I don't think I've done a showcase on that one, but yeah, anyways. Yeah, let's go over here. This is my kind of working module for my current prototype of the trailer and the drill attachment. And as you can see right now, I currently have the drill attachment hooked up to the forklift, but this is fully capable of being connected to the forklift, the skid plate, or the crane. And when it's connected to the skid lifters, it has item transfer through these pipes, and then if you're just driving just the TerraLift and you don't have the trailer, then you can just use this connector here to eject the stone, so you're not filling up this. But if you're driving the trailer, you can use this assortment of rotors and hinges to move the goods into storage. And this is just a temporary trailer. I kind of wanted to tweak the wheel setup. I might try and mimic exactly, but I'm not 100% sure, and I need to change quite a bit of this. It's not blocked in properly, but yeah, this is the most of the trailer. But yeah, like you can see here, if we go into it's like, where's my go in here? Yeah, the third person camera, it's not the greatest, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so let's there we go. I got a little lost in my hotbar there. So let's set this on the ground. Not quite that on the ground. Something like that. Disable. Let's deploy the crane. Just make sure. And then I like to check, make sure that it's still centered when I'm passing the crane through the forklift, because as you can see, it is a tight fit. But we should be able to transfer. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, when you take the crane in this deep, it's a little bit buggy. If you hold back to retract these two top pistons there, kind of rebalance it, but it's a little weird. I think I might have boned myself here. Hold on. I think there's some tuning I can do to this crane gantry to kind of fine-tune the y-axis movement. Still a little bit buggy, but I had to kind of set the speeds as I have them set so that this would move as linearly as linearly, I think that's the word, as possible. What if we just tilt? Does that work? There we go. Oh, I was okay. Yeah. 8-9, so we can connect there, and then we can go to this and disable here, and then we can lift up my crane gantry and extend it out. And disable, go here, here, here. Bring this in, bring this back. forklift dealt with, and so now we've got it on the crane, which, you know, that'll let you do what you need to do with it on the crane. But let's show it on the forks as well, on the skid loaders. And so the skid loaders can either be loaded by the crane, which I'm about to do, or they can be loaded just by skid loading. Because you can see they've got a little lift off, so you can slide those forks under it and tilt it back and get the connectors all hooked up. Or you can load it up like this. Struggling with the camera here, so let's just get out. Make sure my forks are down. Let's try and get this close. Looks like we're good there. I'm just gonna pretend that it's not freaking out right now, and just do the swap. And then I think that's all I really need to do here. We can shut this off, and it does have safety, so if you try and extend when it's already extended, it won't do anything, otherwise it would literally break. Oh, but you do have to watch out about this. It is possible to accidentally leave the crane upwards. I should probably fix that. It's gotten me a couple times now. Yeah, so we are now switched over to skid loaders, and we do have item transfer because we are connected via connectors. So that, and you can see chains are doing their wibbly wobbly thing, but we're still able to lift this completely over our head. Still able to drive just fine. Let's you can lock or unlock. You don't need to lock the pads, but they do connect if you want to lock them. But let's disable that. So you can see, even with the trailer and the drill head attachment on, I'm still able to do a really nice tight turn. Able to force it in. You can see the chains are doing something a little bit funny here. Sometimes they get kind of locked up. You gotta do a little wiggle to make them behave like you want them to. But for the most part, they don't. Yeah, see here, now it's kind of stuck. So you're gonna have to wiggle. Or I think I can also do this. Usually fixes it. Maybe not. Wow, that's the first time it's taken me that much effort to fix one of those chains. I'm sure there's probably some way out there of making these chains kind of work, but it's a sketchy building technique. As you can see, I seem to be blowing stuff up right now. Oh, it's because my drills are slow. No biggie, just blowing up the land. Yeah. So this is kind of where I am. If you got any ideas on, you know, how to improve these chain links, or how to improve this drill attachment, or just what you think of the TerraLift and the stuff going on here, I really like this build. I don't know if everybody's gonna like it as much as I do, because I don't really care if it blows up when I do things, as long as I have fun doing the things and watching the explosion. But other people are very strict. I only use one piston, I only use one grid, because I don't want to lose my progress. And I'm not that kind of person, so I like it. The type of people who, you know, they want to play it safe, probably not going to like it, because this, it's all bad. It's all like bad practice. This is all stuff that everybody shames you for doing because it causes lag. And they're right, it does cause lag. And I don't care, because it's still perfectly playable, and it's still fun. And I like trying to break the game. And I don't mind when things vibrate very oddly like this. It does not make me nervous in the bit. As I sweat bullets. Oh, that did. Come on. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got for you. The TerraLift is on the workshop right now. So the description will have that. But it does not have this drill attachment or the trailer yet, because these are still very much in the works. But they are probably going to be uploaded with it soon. I'll just update the blueprint. I think I'll make them as their own separate blueprint, because that just makes it difficult as shit to find. People can separate the components into their blueprints as they need them, if they need them. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this short video with microphone for once, because I actually plugged it in. I tried to get the noise gate to work, but I fucked this recording over 3 times because the noise gate never worked. So you just get to hear my keyboard and that stuff. And yeah, Cube Miner videos may resume in the next couple months. I don't know. It's not an abandoned project, but when I take time off of Space Engineers, trying to pick up a project like that, it's very daunting, because I have to figure out everything I was doing, and then figure out what everything that I was supposed to be doing, and then actually start doing it. Whereas something like this, I can just start doing. So it's a little harder to get back into that, but I do want to get the Cube Miner working at some point. And there is some upgrades that I haven't showed on YouTube about the Cube Miner yet, but yeah. Talk to you later.